Hi everybody and welcome to our fishing show for this week, which of course is the height of summer. Gee, it's getting warm out there and that's great news for those who want to dangle their feet in some cold water and make sure that they can catch some fish. Well, I don't think I've seen the Kahawai fishing as good down the mouth of the Waimak for a long time. So if you've got a chance, get yourself down there, either north side or south side. If you can spend your $38 at the Spencer Park shop and go down and get a key, I think you'll end up with a slightly less hectic experience, because there's a lot of people now catching on to just how much fun these are. Boy, I love catching them on flies or on light gear. Lots and lots of fun. A great place to teach kids and people who don't normally catch fish all about what is required to hook them and then to fight them and to treat them well when you let them go. Please, if you're catching fish to keep, do not leave them flapping on the beach. That absolutely annoys the living daylights out of me. It's not the right thing to do. So if you're going to take one, kill it and make sure you look after your catch. I can't believe how many people go down there and just let them bake in the sun. And they say, oh yeah, the Kahawai doesn't taste very good. Of course it doesn't. It's already been half cooked. So make sure you bleed them. A great way to bleed them is to just get your finger into the gills and just pop one gill, and you find that the blood will just pour out from the thing and they'll take all the unpleasantness of taste out of it, and you end up with some prime fish meat. It tastes better than most people give credit for. Anyway, that's my rave. I've had that there. Let's move on to trout. Well, gee, trout fishing. I've been doing quite a bit of this lately. I must admit that I'd rather be doing this than talking to you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that. I was going to go fishing today, but unfortunately work got on the way.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
I tell you, the fishing is fantastic in the backcountry. It seems at last we have some really nice weather, quite settled, high pressure, and I know this coming week has got a lot of high temperatures forecast. So if you can get away from work or throw a sickie, you know, all the things that you normally do when you don't want to do too much, even give a great excuse to the other half about promises of the things you're going to do in winter because you need to go fishing right now. You get out there and do that, because I tell you, it's never been as good as what it is now in this whole season. I think we're at the peak of it. The river's nice and low, the lakes are looking good, the insects are around for the dry fly fishermen. If you're into soft bait fishing, I tell you, this soft bait fishing is absolutely epic. So get out there, give it a go, you'll love it. On to salmon. Well, salmon are definitely better than they were. Some of you may have caught up with our podcast that we did for Fishing Matters, which talks about the change in direction and the way things are going. We've been on this road of a lot of work with hatcheries, and now hatcheries seem to be out of favour. Could you perhaps give us a bit of an understanding as to why that came about?
Like you say, quite a significant change of strategy and policy from having had a large focus on hatchery supplementation over the last few decades, particularly the last 10 years in North Canterbury, to now having made a new decision where we're actually focusing all of our efforts on restoring and promoting the wild fisheries and the habitats that they depend upon.
We live full of hope. Remember, all anglers are optimists, and we have to be optimists, otherwise we just crawl under a rock and not do anything. So yeah, get yourself out there, know that we are trying to improve the fishery. I'd like to see bigger sizes, we'd like to see more of them, and I know that a lot of people say, oh yeah, we did all this wrong. Hey, we can't change what's in the past, you can only change what's in the future. So get out there, get on board with you can, support Fish and Game and what they're doing, and let's move forward, and let's hope we're going to get more of them. Having said that, the fish are in quite reasonable condition when you do get them, and I know there's been more fish caught in the likes of the Waimak than they have at this time of year than they have in the last 2 or 3 years at this time. So, hey, it augurs well. I know there's a lot of fish in the Rakaia as well, but don't tell anybody. Shh. Just head it. There's a lot there. I'm hardly hearing about the Rakaia, and so that means that people aren't out there doing it. But now I've told the world you're going to be out there, so enjoy yourselves. Right, let's look at our kingfish fishing, because of course all the temperatures of the sea have come up. For so much of this season so far, we've actually had quite cold water temperatures. In fact, I heard a stat from NIWA saying that on average we're 1 degree down on average up to the point of a couple of weeks ago. So last year, of course, it was 4 degrees above that, and so we had kingies down and lots of people got all excited. But now is the right time to go. So those of you who've gone off early, I'm sorry, we can't give you your fuel back. You do need to get out there and enjoy yourself. Get out around the heads, There's magnificent fishing to be had around the buoys and the obstacles, and a bit of kelp out there. And of course, if you want to go all the way out to the salmon farm, to the mussel farm, you can get yourself out there and have some fantastic fishing. If you want to know where the mussel farm is, let me tell you something that will really help. They have such things as fishing, as shipping charts, and shipping charts have on them any obstacles. And guess what? That great big farm out there is an obstacle. So if you find it on your chart, you just Google it up. Marine chart, Pegasus Bay. Right? Do I have to do all the thinking for you? Of course I do, because I want you getting out there and having a fantastic experience. All right, the canal's going okay. It's certainly much colder than normal, so the fishing is probably going on better than it would into January, but it won't take long before it's going to get really, really hot down there. When it gets too hot, the fish get very lethargic, and they are a bit harder to catch, but it's of course a beautiful place to be, so why not go down there and enjoy yourself. Surf fishing, been pretty good around the coast. Again, lots of rig being caught, so if you get an opportunity, and these settled seas make a huge difference for you to be able to get out there and enjoy yourself. Well, sounds like all good news to me. 2020 is the year of plenty, so get out there and make it happen. Come and see us, 484 Cranford Street, or online on all our various platforms. See you later.